Welcome to the town of Clinton, Pennsylvania, where the sign that greets you reads "Vote Donald Trump." It gets a nod of approval from Ron Zansky, a working-class voter who lost his job at the beginning of the year. He likes Donald Trump. He loathes Hillary Clinton.
I think he's sincere. I think he means what he says, and he speaks for a lot of people that, from the heart, and I think that's pretty important.
What about Hillary?
She should be in prison.
We're senior citizens and we're voting for Trump.
This billboard has become something of a tourist attraction. And what makes it all the more noteworthy, it was erected by a longtime Democrat, Mike Lieber.
For the last 30 years, she hasn't spoken a truthful word.
In the back of his pickup truck, another sign reads "Crooked Hillary." Like two-thirds of American voters in what often feels like a lesser of two evils election, he just doesn't trust her.
I don't care what happens. If the dog catcher was running against Hillary Clinton, I would vote for the dog catcher.
Further down the road is Aliquippa, one of those faded steel towns where Hillary Clinton is vulnerable. But more than a third of voters here are black, and that helps her. Donald Trump has recently reached out to African Americans after a poll suggested just 1% support him. What about his appeal to African Americans?
Absolutely no. If I seen a black guy voting for Trump, I'd have to do like this and rub his skin and make sure. And then you'd see the truth, because he wouldn't be black.
The local mayor, Dwayne Walker, reckons Donald Trump's outreach to black voters is primarily intended to persuade whites he's not racist. He sees it as a deathbed conversion that doesn't ring true.
He's not preaching about stronger together. He's not preaching better together. He's not preaching those things that bring people together. He's preaching things that are dividing us. And we can ill afford, America can ill afford to be divided right now.
Upriver is Pittsburgh, a thrusting, prosperous city where you find evidence of what's being called an education gap opening up in the American electorate. Donald Trump has done well with white working-class voters, but he's had a harder time attracting the support of whites with college degrees. In fact, he's in danger of becoming the first Republican presidential candidate in 60 years not to win a majority of white graduates. Monday Night Baseball at the Pittsburgh Pirates, and a high school band blasts out a high-decibel version of Aretha Franklin's Respect, something that both candidates have struggled to command. But of two unpopular contenders in what's often been a cartoonish election, it's Hillary Clinton, who for many in the pricier seats in this stadium passes a basic presidential plausibility test.
She's the most qualified candidate, and she's not crazy.
I can't believe that he could actually obtain the nomination of the Republican Party. It's a disgrace.
I cannot stand Donald Trump. I think everything that comes out of his mouth is a disaster.
But questions of trust and ethics bedevil Hillary Clinton, and that's partly why Donald Trump is still in the game. Nick Bryant, BBC News, Pittsburgh.